EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Indianapolis Colts. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to Taylor on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
3rd down and 9.
From the gun, Rivers. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
40-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, 60 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for.
Here, Taylor, the ball carrier.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. On the handoff, Taylor, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let it pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Noah Benageli. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
1st and 10.
They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On first down, here's Breeden. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Darius Leonard, the linebacker, able to break that one up.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Sanders for the Dolphin field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Open man is Trey Burton. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
8 yards.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 27-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
He's tackled at the 34.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers will set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give to Taylor. Getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Have got it back to a 1-score game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Tua going to throw. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Most we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Rivers. He'll check this down to Hines. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
7-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. He is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the and get 10 here.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts have taken the lead.
The extra point.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
2 yards to go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A gain of 5.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to pass. Tua. Going deep here for Parker. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and forced the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taking it about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, Rivers. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Rivers now from the 50. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Hey, 79! 79! Hey, Rocky!
To the air again here, Rivers. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Gesicki. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
First and 10, Taylor now. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Number 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
To throw is Rivers. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. And the throw here caught by Devontae Parker. That catch good for only a couple. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
17 yards. 1st down, Dolphins.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Tua. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And now look at him go. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's a nice job there, because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
For the Dolphins.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, downtown! Red!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Taylor, they'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
That's good.
A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Yeah, good for 22 and a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Rivers to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines taking it in. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Breida on a toss left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
The tackle made.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
2-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Tua going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Number 28.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They run once more with Taylor. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Taylor, the ball carrier. Shaq Lawson on the tackle. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
10 at the 16-yard line.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.